Yo, what's poppin' Pokepals? Rare TCG here. Today I got a brand new deck for y'all. We got the one prizer Team Rocket Spidops. Team Rocket Spidops has the ability Charging Up, which once during your turn you may attach a basic energy card from your discard pile and attach it to this Pokemon. We also have the attack Rocket Rush, which does 30 damage for each of your Team Rocket Pokemon in play. Now, I've been seeing a lot of people playing Team Rocket with Mewtwo, Nidoking, Wobbuffet. Like, you got all these crazy Team Rocket Pokemon, but all you really need is Spidops and Articuno to help protect your bench with the Repelling Veil. This ability prevents all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to your basic Team Rocket's Pokemon. So that will help protect your Tarountula from any Grimmsnarls. It also protects against Dragapult, which is crazy. We also have Mimikyu, which is great for our opponent is playing a Terra Pokemon. We could just copy their attack. And it has free retreat, which is always nice. And finally, we have Zapdos, which has the Jamming Wing attack, which allows us to move an energy from our opponent's active Pokemon to one of their bench, so we have a little bit of disruption. We also are playing Bug Catching Set, which allows us to look at the top 7 cards of our deck, and we can put any 2 in combination of Grass Pokemon or Grass Energy into our hand from our deck. And what is Spidops? A grass Pokemon, so look at that. We also have Team Rocket's Energy to help us accelerate Spidops for 1 energy, and of course we have 5 grass energies in the deck to help build him up. Everything else is pretty standard. I am not playing Giovanni's Scheme. I am instead playing Boss's Orders because I don't like the fact that it's like an escape rope where I have to switch and then my opponent has to switch. Listen, I want that guy on the bench, give me the guy on the bench. Let's not play this game. Alright. With that being said, I've done enough talking. Let's see it in action. Okay, here we are in game 1. My opponent won the coin flip, and they are allowing us to go first. How nice of them. Alright, starting things off strong with Zapdos. Okay, so we got a little hand disruption right now. That's not a bad thing. We always like that. So I'm going to just pop this down. I'm going to... Oh, we top deck Team Rocket's... what's it called? Transceiver, and we're going to use that to get Proton, who can be used on turn 1, which allows us to search for 3 basics and put them into our hand. So let's do that. 1, 2, and let's protect the Tarountula from the bench. There we go, and we're just going to end our turn. Now, what makes this deck unique is that while you have a full bench, you are hitting for 180. I don't know if you saw during the deck preview, Max Belt is our ace spec of choice, so we can hit for 230 if we really need to. And we also have my favorite card from Black Bolt and White Flare, the Brave Bangle. The Brave Bangle opens up so many one prize decks, and I'm a big fan of one prize decks. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, I'm a big fan of one prizers. So it looks like we are going up against Miraidon. Curiously enough, they only got down a Joltik for some reason. Usually when they play Miraidon, they want to put more than 1 on the bench, but okay, to each their own, I suppose. Alright, so they are attaching their ability capsule. They are also going to Crispin for 2 different energy types. I'm going to assume one of those energy types is going to be grass. No, it's just lightning. Okay. I thought they would have gotten the grass for the Joltik. But that's just me. So they are going to use Joltik's attack, which is really overpowered. Jolting Charge, which allows my opponent to search their deck for 2 electric energies and 2 grass energies, and attach them to their Pokemon in any way that they like. And just like that, their Iron Hands is completely set up. This combination is broken. So, let me put down my Tarountula. Not Tarountula, Spidops. Let's get rid of these 2. I'm going to get myself another Spidops. And now that I've completely dismantled my hand, I can now use this to draw 8 cards into my hand. Let's use my charging up attack like that. I'm going to attach from hand. Then I'm going to get some more on the bench. Let's get Mimikyu down because I know that they do tend to play Terra Pikachu in this deck. Don't know if it's going to come in handy. What do I have in my discard? Just Zapdos. I don't want that. And I think we're going to just pass it there. I mean, we are going to hit and take out the Joltik. We will do that. Let's move that there. The Iron Hands doesn't need any more energy. Although, now that I think about it, I probably should have gave it to the Iron Hands. Oh, there's our max belt. It was prized. So it's a good thing we got rid of that Joltik. Okay, Iron Hand is going to come up. How much does his amp you very much? 120? Oh no, and we're weak to lightning. Yeah, they're definitely taking two prize cards. Yeah, this is literally like the bane of my existence, the Iron Hands, because as I've said, I like to play one prize decks, and Iron Hands just says, oh, you're playing one prizers? Guess what? I'm taking two, because I'm greedy, and I got big hands, so I can fit two prizes in my big hands. Alright, so it looks like this is not going to be a great showing of the deck. I don't know why that is. That just seems to be like a recurring theme on my channel, where like the first game is not a good showing of the deck I'm trying to showcase. But you know what? If I can get one more Pokemon on the bench, we can actually OHKO this Iron Hands with Spidops just by doing this. If I put that, and then I do that. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. I got everything I needed right there. Let's put you down. Let's do this. I'm going to put the Team Rocket's energy on this guy just because. And then I'm going to Iono to try and get my opponent's hand down smaller, because his hand's a little intimidating to me. Nice, nice. Okay. I'm going to attach this to Articuno so it has free retreat from now on. I'm going to attach this to this guy. And we are just going to swing for 230, and we retaliate with 2 prize cards of our own, just like that. So yeah, that's pretty much all the Spidops needs to do. It holds its own pretty well, I will say. Once you get into like the bigger, like evolved EXs, that's where you start having issues. But the fact that this is a one prize deck makes it very reliable in the sense that you're winning the prize card exchange if you could constantly knock out EXs. And this Joltik box that we're versing plays very low HP EXs, so that's great for us. The only thing is, if this Spidops in the active goes down, we are kind of in a pickle because, oh yeah, he's gonna power it up with the Crispin. Darn, I should have put it on the other Iron Hands. Yeah, okay, I'm regretting that decision because once this guy goes down, we don't. He's gonna put it on the Joltik. He's really gonna try and set up yet another Iron Hands. He's crazy. Wow. Okay. So with that being said, I think what I want to do is I want to retreat this Spidops because this guy is going to be our lifesaver in the end game. So I definitely want to preserve him. I will take out this Joltik next turn. And we'll call it wrapped from there. So I am going to retreat this guy because I don't want to lose him. He's too important for the end game. We are going to use my ability to get my energy back into my hand. Look at that. Beautiful. Can I get yet another Spidops? I cannot, but I can thin the deck a little more with that. I will charge up this guy. Get him started. And, oh! I forgot Team Rocket's energy doesn't work with Spidops. I fumbled the bag, guys. I fumbled so hard. Oh no, I fumbled so bad. I'm just gonna pray that they ran out of electric energy because they didn't attach any to Iron Hands, but I fumbled that bad. I forgot Spidops doesn't get powered up by the Team Rocket energy. The Team Rocket energy is only for Zapdos. And there's the boss's orders. He's definitely gonna boss up my Spidops with the max belt. Oh god. Alright, I totally take the loss for this. I'm taking the L. You could blame me for that. Oh, and he's got a Mew. See, this is where I wish I had boss's orders right now, because I could have just bossed up the Iron Hands last turn. I could have used the max belt to take him out. We wouldn't have been in this position, but we're here now. Oh, he's getting rid of the boss's orders. Interesting. I like that. That might have been a huge misplay on my opponent's end now. There's the Pikachu. That's what we want to see, because then we can start using Mimikyu to start attacking. They are going to restart with the Mew, but I think it's a little too late for myself because I made a boo-boo. But let's see if my opponent is going to retaliate. Here comes the Iron Hands. Thankfully, Iron Hands can't knock us out. Now it can. Okay, well, okay. We do have a Shed of Light here. They're only taking 2 prize cards. I say that lightly, only 2 prize cards. But we can save this guy, and this is why I saved him for later on in the match. So thank goodness for that. Let's get Zapdos down. Let's power him up. Then I'm going to put this down. Use this. Very nice. Get 2 more, because I'm a little greedy. Nice. Then we are going to rod back 2 Zapdos and a Tarountula, so we don't deck out. And I think that's pretty much all I want to do here. I want to knock out this Iron Hands, and let's see. So the good part about knocking out Iron Hands in a Joltik box is you get rid of a lot of your opponent's energy, and they are very low on energy resources with this deck. So it's a really good thing that I saved the Spidops with the max belt for later in the game. So my opponent and we both made some questionable decisions in this matchup, but it all worked out. I just have to remember in the future that Team Rocket's energy does not help Spidops. Also, we just got the, I don't know if you guys saw in the bottom left corner, the little Wi-Fi signal. It seems like my opponent is not doing so great with their internet connection. They do have the Blood Moon, though. Oh, it's not good. Because they're going to retreat into that and just... We need a boss. A boss is pivotal right now. If we don't get a boss right now, I think we lose, guys. So, we need a boss right now. A boss is absolutely necessary for us to win this matchup. And as far as I know, we have not seen a boss. No, I Iono'd it back to the bottom of my deck a while ago. And I have shuffled my deck since then, so there's a good chance that we will see that boss. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring up this guy. Oof, that's not my boss. I'm going to charge up this guy. I'm going to charge up this guy. Oh, I don't want to Iono him, because if he doesn't have a way to switch out this Blood Moon Ursaluna, we're in good hands. See, now this is where I'm kicking myself, because this is where I wish I had the Giovanni scheme instead of this. But you know what? We're in this predicament. We gotta live with it. I'm gonna just drop this on the Mimikyu so he can attack. And I just want to thin out a little more. There. I got the boss now, but it doesn't help me. If I could survive until next turn, then it definitely helps me. Alright, let's do this. Okay, and I guess we're just going to swing here for 150. Hopefully my opponent cannot get this Blood Moon Ursaluna out of the active position. Because if he can, we are in grave danger. He doesn't have a Latias, so that gives me a lot of hope. All I have to do is attach one, not attach, all I have to do is put one Pokemon on the bench and we can defeat this Ursaluna, if I'm not mistaken, because he only has 160 and I hit for 180. So, or if I can't seem to get a Pokemon on the bench, what I could do is I could retreat into this guy with the Brave Bangle, and that'll be my lifesaver. Let's see. What is my opponent going to do? I honestly think they're stuck. I think they might just concede. Let's see. They're taking a while here. I'm going to mute and wait for them to finish their decision. Oh, or not. Never mind. They just conceded. Okay, nice. So even with that mistake on my half, we still pulled out a W. Let's go. On to match number 2. Okay, here we are in game 2. My opponent actually lost the coin flip, but I allowed them to go first because I want to see how this deck performs going second. And right now it looks like we have an okay start. If I can get the Team Rocket's energy, we'd be in an even better position, but we'll have to see. It looks like it's going to be Cynthia's Garchomp. Oof. Oh boy. That's not fun. And we already got the energy. Oh, okay. That's good. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Proton, because it's turn 1. Why would I not? And then I'm going to get myself all my little Tarountulas. Get ourselves set up. I failed the Bug Catching Set. Let's just attach that there and end my turn. And hopefully they don't have a Gabite in their hand. Although, knowing how this game goes, they probably do. And there it is. See? Told you. They're going to use that to get their Roserade, or they can get themselves another Gibble. But thankfully, Zapdos does resist electric. Does resist fighting, so even if they do attach an energy, they are only going to be doing 10 damage to us. Ideally, what I want to do though is I want to try and knock this Gabite out before it's too late. They do have the Power Glass, which is a good card for Garchomp to have. And what else did they got? They got the Power Glass and Earthen Vessel. Okay, so they are going to get their energy. Okay, so my opponent made a very questionable decision with that Earthen Vessel ruin, and they got rid of their boss's orders, which, I mean, I like to save my boss's orders, but the fact that you just, like, willingly got rid of your boss's orders is a little concerning. We get 2 Spidops off of this, that's great. So I set up 1, set up 2, and I'm going to attach this energy to Zapdos, and that will allow me to move this energy onto the Roserade. Beautiful. So considering that they have the Power Glass, I definitely don't want to be keeping that energy in play or in the discard pile, because they will just recycle it over and over again. So moving it to Roserade is a good call. Now, if I were them, I would get another Gabite and then use the second Gabite to get the Garchomp. Yep, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Okay, my opponent, I did see, is in Tyranitar rank, so they are below us rank-wise, but that doesn't mean that they're below us skill-wise. So never underestimate your opponent, guys. Always make sure that you have your best foot forward when battling an opponent. This does 100, but I actually might survive this, because I have 111, and if that does 100, yeah, I'm going to survive this. Wow. Alright, let's go Zapdos. We also get another Tarountula. Why did I keep saying Tarountula? Another Spidops, and if we can get 1 Grass Energy off of the Bug Catching Set, we might be able to knock out this Garchomp. Holy cannoli, I just realized that. Oh, they did that just to get rid of the energy. Smart, smart. Okay. Well, we are going to survive this attack. They are going to increase their hand. Nice. This might actually be a winning matchup, guys. This very well could be a winning matchup. Give me 1 second while I figure this out. Come on, we need 1 energy. And we got the energy. Let's go. And we get another Spidops in play. So let's do that. let's put down my Zapdos, and we're gonna do this. Nice. Let's do that. We're going to get another energy. Oh, beautiful. And we have all these energies in our hand with the Ultra Ball, so we can get rid of these energies and start powering up our next Spidops. And let's get Articuno down. Yeah, now the deck is flowing. This is exactly what it wants to be doing. Nice, nice. Okay. We are going to retreat into the Spidops. And we are doing 460, guys. That is the end of Cynthia's Garchomp, the beefiest Pokemon in the format currently. And just like that, we are ahead in the prize trade with 2 prize cards. And they have no energy in play, which is phenomenal. And we have boss's orders, so if they decide to retreat, we can just boss up whatever it is that they want to bring up. We are in a phenomenal position right now. The Spidops deck, I'm telling you guys, it works so well. It's pretty consistent. There's no such thing as a perfectly consistent deck, but this one is pretty consistent, I will say. I think for every like 5 games, we win like 4 out of the 5. So, if you have not thought about trying this deck out, I would consider trying this deck out because it is one for the books, and they are going to concede. I think we're just going to go into a game 3 because that one was kind of quick. Alright, here we are, last game of the night. My opponent took a hot minute to make their decision, so that tells me that they are most likely AFK, and the game was just like, just give it to them. They are playing Ethan's Typhlosion. Yep, they just concede. Oh, okay. Wow. 2 games in a row. 2 games in a row. I played a game before this and my opponent was AFK. So, are we going to rank up? And with that, we rank up into Arceus rank. Wow. Okay, well, I guess we'll finish the video by seeing what we got from Arceus rank. It's a little disappointing, but you know what, it is what it is. We got into Arceus rank, and in case anybody was wondering how I got into Arceus rank, I didn't want to exclude this footage because I already had to cut out a gameplay because, like I said, my opponent was AFK. Okay, nothing too crazy here. We get a full art N. Nice, I like that. There we go, another full art Zekrom EX. Beautiful, another Meloetta EX. Okay, nice. Okay, well, I guess bonus footage here for you guys. So I'm going to show you guys how I get all my exchange tickets. What I do is once I get all these points here, I go into the shop, I scroll all the way down to celebrations, and as you can see, I've completed the entire celebrations, card decks, including all the secret rares. So now I just buy these packs and I just get free tickets. I bought this last time, and I kind of want to know how much these give off. 150, it's not worth it. Wow, no, that definitely was not worth it. Ugh. Yeah, totally not worth it. Oh, we do get 4 packs, though. Hold on. See, as you can see, I've completed the card deck, so every card I get from here, it's just tickets, just free tickets. That used to be 1,000 tickets, but now it's only down to 800 because of TCG Live, so... Okay, let's see how many more I get. Okay. Last 2 packs. This is fun, opening packs up with you guys. Okay, that would have been 600, but they went down to 450. And last pack. Nope, that would have been another 600. Okay, so altogether we got 3,000 tickets from that, and it was not worth buying that. I'm sorry I bought that. I should have just went with this and got another 2 free packs. So that's how I get all my exchange tickets that I use to build up all my decks. But that's going to do it for today's videos, guys. Spidops, I mean, it did a phenomenal job. It got us all the way into Arceus rank. So, woo, praise Arceus. I think you guys should really try this deck out. I think it's much better than Mewtwo, much more consistent than Mewtwo. And the Bug Catching Set, I have not seen everybody using it. It's a sleeper pick for this deck. If you want to get rid of Boss's Orders and put in Giovanni's Scheme, you're more than happy to do so. I just prefer Boss's Orders, although it might be a good idea to use Boss's Scheme, so you can use Team Rocket's factory with it, and you could search it out with the Team Rocket's transceiver. But I don't know. I'm just more comfortable with Boss's orders. But that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry that it ended off on a sour note with 2 AFKs. But that's how PTCGL is sometimes. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace!